Hello everyone, it's Ira and I am back with a big project I finished just today. As it's really big, so something like 60 to 40 or 70 to 40 centimeters, I will have to, by the way, I will have to measure that if I find a ruler. I'm sorry to say that I cannot show a proper picture this time. So it's 40 something 5 to probably 70 or 80 centimeters. So I cannot show it big. I will add some video where I tried to make a better picture, a picture of the whole pattern, and it's hanging on my balcony window against the sun, and so the quality of the video itself is not very good. You can hardly see the colors and so on, but at least you will see the size and how it looks when it's hanging. I am going to try and make a better interior picture inside the interior of this wall hanging, so that you could see how it will look like in the room, on the wall, or somewhere else, but that will take some time. I have to find a program or a person, a professional photographer who can do it, because I'm myself in my tiny apartment. I just don't have a decent wall for this. So that's a wall hanging, and it goes, you can use something like that, a twig or a piece of some branch or something. This is tied to the, this is stitched, and this is a tie, tie. This is kind of a closure or something you can use to just tie it here. And so you can somehow adjust the length and the height to the piece of wood you have. And let me show you what it looks like. Then it goes this way, and it includes a lot of techniques. Let me tell you, I will show you something, so, and probably call the names if you're interested, for those who are just interested in moss imitation or forest floor imitation or any other type of stitching and fabric work. You might find some inspiration. Oh, this is the real color at last. Yeah, so this is bright, and it's really the color. So for the base, I used some tapestry piece of fabric. Then I used some sinel, as far as I remember. In French, it's this way, and technique, right? And then I used hand-dyed cheesecloth. So this one, as you can see, it's this one is cheesecloth at the base, and I hand-dyed it with different types of medium. Then you can see different types of stitches. So random stitching, I'm not sure what this called. It's not a seed stitch. I call it French knot and seed stitching. And then you can see some crocheting, and then some more decorative pieces with more of seed stitching or just slow stitch technique. And this one is made with punch needle, and then covered a little bit with some pieces of embroidery inside, as you can see, and some acrylic paint for the cover. I'm sorry. Then I will have to make a short break, and I'll be back in a second. So I'm back, and as you can see here, I also use different types of ribbons, silk ribbons and organza ribbons to create this texture. some more embroidery and some more crochet. And then you can see some weaving, and these are wooden beads inside these textures. And here is the central part. Yeah, this one is also some organza fabric, which I did it. This element I made it with, sorry, with some heat technique. Just don't remember what it's called, but it's about heating. Okay, that's the central element. This is the fern, one of my favorite plants for embroidery, and it's in the frame of multi-layered embroidered, some kind of wreath or something. And I also then muted the colors with some acrylic. And here we come, it's felt in here again, some more types of embroidery. This is colonial knot. I just don't remember what they call it, but it's something like that. And the central element in this composition is agate. When I was buying it, it was pretty costly, so I hope it's not fake. It's authentic, real one, natural agate. Let me show you more. I have to move it, as you see, so it's not very... I just don't know how to make these big pieces work in a camera. And it's some more what sorry for weaving. Yeah, weaving, forgot the word. And some other textures, some more different types of embroidery. And this piece is interesting because, I mean, this grayish, in fact, it's a little bit gray-green, because this together with this, they are both stuffed with these things. Yeah, thread leftovers, and I use them to fill in these 3D parts. And the second part, the side part, some more felting, and so on. So I will show the bigger picture in the other part of the video, and you will see it, and I will try to make some pictures of different pieces and the whole of it, and put them on my Instagram and Facebook. Now let me show you the back side, what it looks like. And it's I covered this with some other, call it upholstery fabric or tapestry, I'm not sure. It looks like much brighter than here, but this is what my camera and light can do here on this. I also used some piece, some twine, let's call it so, to cover the edges. But as you see, the edges are loose. I didn't cover or fix them at all. It's just because they should be this way. I wanted them to be as loose as possible because it's a forest floor and mossy effect piece. Yeah, this one, the color is better here. Yeah, you can see the way I want it to look. Yeah, that's the color it has. Well, but that's not all. I also would like to show you another piece. This one I created for myself, and you have already seen it in the previous video, but probably not in the full. And this one is actually it's a piece I'm gonna make again, not the same, but I will do it for different seasons with different techniques, colors, and decorations. It's gonna be autumn mood with mushrooms probably and fungi. It's gonna be winter mood with mostly gray, greenish gray, and all shades of more muted colors for winter, and spring mode. This one is pretty neutral. I just want to say it's kind of late summer probably. And this piece you have already some of you have already seen it, I believe. This piece has some more techniques and types of stitches rather than used in the previous piece in the wall hanging, but some of them are pretty similar. But I also use this twig, and I'm gonna use them in my other works. I didn't use any twigs in my wall hanging because I picked the agate as a focal point of a natural piece there. What about this one? The piece, the hole inside, is actually the place where you can, and I use it this way for my personal composition. This one is my personal thing. It's not for sale. And you can place some vase or some other piece here. Well, actually, my vase is too big to show here. I wouldn't like to do it this way, but it's supposed to be something like that. Or if it's a vase, it can be this way. You see, I have some vintage things I keep for my collection. Yeah. The following one, the piece I'm gonna do next is going to be pretty shapeless. This one is kind of a oval form, and I would like to make it more, kind of a cloud form, so that it could be more natural, like moss looking. And as you see, it's all very dimensional. If you lay it flat, you can see that it's not flat, in fact. And so my following piece will be with the round hole. I'm not sure what kind of size I will put there, something in the middle. It's going to be with the round hole here, or it can be done in the center, depending on the place where the composition would stand. I probably will make one with the center with the hole in the center, and one like this, but with a round hole rather than that. If you would like a custom order, you can get in touch and discuss the sizes of the whole piece, and the shape, and the size of the hole, and where you can place it. But it looks really cool, and you might have seen the whole picture in my Facebook and Instagram. I like it really myself. And I hope somebody else will also like what it looks like. The inside or the back side is just the same, with the same fabric. I still have some remains of this fabric for one more piece, and then I will probably use something else if I don't find the same. And that's my new logo for which is actually the logo for my let's call it herbalist brand that I have on my second Instagram account. It's Domtrav, or the House of Herbs, and that's the vlog where I mostly show my herbalist research and pieces like that as well. So, and one more announcement. It's about the following video, where I would like to show you 4 of these pieces. Some of you, my older subscribers, can older in terms of being subscribed, in the length of subscription, that I used to make some lines of these botanical books or notebooks with the handmade paper on top, and some dried plants also. So it's one of them. And I also used in these, all these four, I used Edith Holden Swedish edition illustrations, and so I will show them in the following video, just separate, just an announcement for anyone who is missing the journal stuff on the channel. I'm keeping it here for some time in the sunlight, on the spring ground, spring soil, to get in some energy, green energy.